After work, I headed to Mahan's house to see the faces of this defeated army. As I entered, the first person to greet me was Bulbul. "Hello, ma'am." "Hello, Bulbul." I looked around and asked, "Where is everyone? Did something happen?" "Mahan didn't come to the office either." Bulbul replied, "You don't know, ma'am? Didn't he tell you anything?" "What should I know? Mahan never tells me about his affairs. Maybe he doesn't see the need." Mr. Ardalan disinherited everyone. An official court letter arrived today. It caused an uproar. Everyone rushed to Javahirian and their family lawyer. I sighed and said, "First the company, then the divorce, and now this." Bulbul asked, "Would you like something to eat?" I made gaima stew. "Thanks." "Yes, staying hungry won't solve anything." I went to my room to change. In front of the mirror, I tied my hair into a ponytail. I remembered Nargis's words and her panic about her father staying single and the fear of everyone being disinherited, which had now come true. My own situation wasn't great either. That account had nearly reached 100 million, but I still had to rely on the mercy of a supervisor to decide how and if I'd get my own money. Razuli called it the tax, for the favors he did for me. Fine. I wasn't getting anything out of it. I needed to talk to Aunt Zara to open an account in her name for me, whether for university expenses or anything else. I'd even give her a portion as a bribe, or whatever it took. She was the only one left who truly understood me and knew about my life. I went to the kitchen for lunch. Bulbul took care of everything. And I started eating. She sat quietly in the corner of the kitchen, ready to help if needed, and to prepare sugar water and syrup for those whose blood pressure might drop from the shock. I asked, "Bulbul, what about you? Do you have any plans for yourself and your future? This situation is bad and sad. It's not like before. With this new development, the wealth in this family is gone. And everyone, even me, is at risk. Sure, I work at that company now, but this fire is going to burn everything in its path. I'm the daughter-in-law of this family, even if unofficially." Bulbul stayed silent. I didn't speak or look at her, waiting for her to talk. She could be anyone's spy, or even a double agent. It was important to get a taste of her thoughts. It was still too early to draw my sword openly. My past enemies were still present and powerful. Eventually, the sound of the door signaled their arrival. Contrary to my expectations, it was quiet. Bulbul left the kitchen, and after a while, the only one who entered was Nargis. She saw me eating lunch, her lips moved, but her expression didn't change. She sat across from me and said, "You heard?" I nodded. She continued, "What I feared happened to us, and now we're all suffering the consequences. You should expect a fate like mine." I said, "I do. You warned me? And you were right. There's nothing I can do now. I've done everything I knew." At this point, silence and observation are all that's left. Everyone's looking for someone to blame, trying to pin everything on someone else. I got lucky this time. Like you said, everyone pretends to be friendly, but they'd shoot each other's shadows if they could. Every word or move can be used against you. If you manage to grab onto a lifeline, they'll do everything to snatch it away. In the end, all you get is sympathy and pity. It's clear now that Mahan doesn't listen to me or care much. I had to hear the news from Bulbul, not from Mahan. Maybe you didn't win his heart properly. Maybe you didn't use your femininity and power to soften him like wax in your hands. Maybe. But what can you do with hidden pride and arrogance? I've endured enough and used every trick I knew. Mahan's priorities are elsewhere. His company, wealth, power, and the fortress he claims to have built around himself. Even his family, he's slow to trust and always suspicious. He sees everyone through the lens of his father and mother. One a traitor, the other weak and submissive. Tell Arman to do something for you before it's too late and he leaves the company completely. Save him. And yourself. I can't think of anything right now. You should eat if you haven't. A full stomach helps the mind work. She smiled, nodded, and went to serve herself lunch, without calling Bulbul.